smashed the world record with 12,000.
This year, at the Rosehill Gardens Racecourse, BAPS Sydney held the Annakut Festival commemorating Pramukh Swami Maharaj's centenary celebrations. Pramukh Swami Maharaj spread the core values of Sanatan Dharma, Ahimsa, non-violence around the world. He inspired millions around the world to follow the path of non-violence through his actions. During the Annakut Festival, the devotees of BAPS Sydney were able to unite in the service and offer devotion to Pramukh Swami Maharaj by baking the largest eggless cake in history.
This time round with Maha-Annakut happening at Rosehill Racecourse, and with the blessings of Puja Dr. Swami and his presence, I think we were all really motivated, and we decided that this time round we'll definitely do something that kind of suits Pramukh Swami Maharaj's stature as a global ambassador of peace, love and unity.
Once it was decided we had to make a cake on a grand scale, our next task was to choose a theme. With the guidance of Pujya Santos, it was decided that we would make a replica of Swami Bapa's Smruti Mandir, which will be inaugurated in Sarangpur early next year.
Pramukh Swami Maharaj built over 1,100 mandirs, not only for us, but for our future generations. He spent his lifetime building these mandirs across the world. So as a tribute for his centennial birth celebrations, there was no better way to celebrate his birthday than building a mandir for him, of which each and every one of us will be able to get a piece of.
It's quite a big project, but I just remembered what Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, that Danat Vaito Thai, and from then on I just took the task on and just ran with it. It was a task that we really needed precise planning from the design stage as we moved on, and my task was really to coordinate and make sure that there were tasks that in hand that were being executed on time.
So based on that, we had a catering team, we had a logistics team, we had a team for molding, a team for baking, and we also ensured that these teams were then rotating around so that everybody had built their experience across the different teams.
Once the design finalized, my work started to put all the designs into the graphics and softwares. This is a giant cake, and we used a lot of molds. We used 41 molds and 3,589 different designs of the molds. So we need to put into the graphics to know the exact numbers. And after that, I start coordinating with the mold teams, and we got a lot of challenges in that. Sometimes the molds are breaking because of the weather challenges and all that, but because of the Swami Bapa's blessings and some in the team, we achieved that.
Puja Paramchintan Swami had come home, he saw the entire process that's happening, and he was really pleased, and he says કે ડૉક્ટર સ્વામીને આપણે આ દેખાડે એમના હાથે પણ આપણે આ મોલ્ડ્સ કરાવડાવીએ. So we took a couple of our molds અને ત્યાં આગળ ડૉક્ટર સ્વામીની હાથે મોલ્ડ્સ પૂરા એટલે ભરાવ્યા. We kind of filled all those molds with we asked Dr. Swami to fill them, and then he actually removed some of those images which we've got prasadina.
the way we planned this out, and we got a large size scale of the actual cake itself, which was 3 meters by 3 meters, and we put that onto the lounge floor, so we actually could envisage and see how big this cake is actually going to be in terms of that scale of size.
So the first process is to bake the slabs. Remove them from the oven, let them cool down, and then we cling wrap them and then place them in the fridge to cool. We then bring the cakes back out again, unwrap them, we then buttercream them, re-wrap and then place in the freezer. With the help of our logistics team, we then started moving our cakes to the 20-foot container that we have here at Mandir.
To make sure that the cake was sattvic, and also to make sure that this making of the cake was no ordinary task but a divine task, with the margdarshan of Param Pujya Santos, we were asked to play the Sajanan Namavali in the background. So every Karyakar made sure that when the first Karyakar would come to start the Seva, they would start playing the Sajanan Namavali in the background until the end or until the Seva was completed. This process was done every single day until the Seva was completed.
And through that, we were able to calculate how many Sajana Namavali parts we had done throughout this Seva. According to our calculations, we have completed over 2,535 Sajana Namavali parts. This was amazing because it always kept us in the right mind frame and made sure we always had Maharaj and Swami on our minds and heart.
For this cake, we used over 315 kilos of cake flour, 60 kilos of butter, 120 kilos of icing sugar, and over 150 kilos of fondant decorations. The flavor of the cake is vanilla sponge with vanilla buttercream, white chocolate ganache, and various fondant decorations on top. This makes the weight of the cake over 1,000 kilos.
During this project, we had a timesheet where all the sevaks coming to the seva would have to sign in and sign out. And through calculating those hours, we came to know that it took over 4,000 hours to complete this project. To put that into perspective, it would take 2 people working 8-hour shifts, 253 days to complete this project. That's 36 weeks. That's 9 months. And the amazing thing is that through some Surabhavan Ekta, all the way from Bal Balika Mandir to Sayukta Mandir, Yuvak Yutis, they spent their weekday evenings and weekends and sacrificed those moments to come together to do this seva and make this amazing cake all together.
Pujya Santo no margdarshan, it was indispensable. We wouldn't have been able to achieve this without that. ખાસ કરીને પૂજ્ય પરમચિંતન સ્વામીનું કે જે નાની નાની જે વાત છે ચીવટથી બધું ध्यान રાખતા હતા અને ખૂબ જ માર્ગદર્શન આપતા હતા. And we cannot obviously forget પૂજ્ય બ્રહ્મસ્મરણ સ્વામી, because આ એમનું અંગ છે ડેકોરેશન ને અન્કુટ. So he was pretty instrumental in giving us guidance at every step of the way.
We've received tremendous support from various teams, from Mandir itself, from the decoration team, from the kitchen team, from the logistics team, who've been there to ensure that the project is achieved successfully. Also noting that our team members who are directly involved with the project have supported with any kind of support that is required.
By doing this seva, we are getting the opportunity to please Bapa and Param Pujya Mahant Swami Maharaj.
I feel honored and blessed to be a part of this project.
It helps me eradicate my swabhavs. I feel that I've earned Mahant Swami Maharaj's innermost Rajipo.
It's a feeling of samp and dedication working together on this project.
I feel like I've built a deeper connection with Bapa.
So happy to meet a great group of people.
I feel Bapa's presence whilst doing this seva.
I feel my satsang has gone even stronger by doing this seva.
Bapa's looked after us throughout this whole project.
And throughout seva, I felt Bapa's presence, got strength and support.
I feel very
honoured to be part of this seva and gain Bapa's Rajipo.
I feel blessed by doing this seva.
I feel elated and emotionally connected to Bapa.
I feel like Bapa has been with us throughout this seva.
I'm feeling humbled and full of gratitude to do this seva.
I'm very fortunate to do this seva.
I feel so close to Bapa by doing this seva.
I have spiritually grown with this seva.
I feel connected to my faith and spiritually energized.
Bapa lived for us and I feel honoured to have done this seva for him.
We feel proud for doing this seva for Bapa.
I'm doing this seva to get Swami Bapa's Rajipo.